Hello everyone, welcome back to another Raul Aconite video on my channel today. I'm doing another Cupid Parasite because that's what is in my Switch right now and I don't feel like changing cartridges. And I just recorded the first video earlier today and my husband is asleep, so I can record another one. I think the next time that I play two games at once, I'm just going to put them in two different Switches and just switch up the Switch instead of the cartridge. I know it sounds dramatic, but trying to open up that cartridge thing, I have to cut my fingernails really short because it like breaks my nails. Like it pulls my nails really hard whenever I try to open it. I have to keep my thumbnails short anyway, just because of, well, when I used to work and stuff, I used to have to pop out CDs out of their cases all the time. So I just keep my thumbnails short. But I also have to keep it short now for opening the Switch cartridge thing because it's a challenge to open it up, and it's just going to be faster to switch switches. The other one is an OLED, and I'm sure it fits just fine on the regular one. So anyway, I'm also excited to go to Bethel Tower and see Merenice from a different perspective, from not his route, from Raul's route. And I want to know what is in store for Raul. A few days later, he went disguised. Oh, that makes sense. I'm like, why'd you go disguised? To avoid paparazzi, and made her way to Bethel Tower to find the elusive fortune teller. He's so adorable in that. That's him with his glasses. I bet they're gonna go to Mo Donuts and eat a donut because I think that's the next CG. The CGs in the opening always portray like the first two CGs that you get in the game, and he's got his glasses on, so I bet you that's where they're going. I think she kind of gives him away by not being disguised. This is amazing. It's much bigger than I expected.
だね、古代遺跡みたいだ。ほら、階段の組み合わせとかがピラミッドの秘密の通路みたいになってる。
How does any of that scream ruins? Huh? Really?
懐かしいな。ピラミッドの発掘調査に混ざった時のことを思い出すよ。
You know, I wanted to say this so many times in the other route, but that sign over there that has like a parking sign, it says "Don't thunk." I've been wanting to point it out, and there's just never been a good time for it. Anyway.
もしかしてこれロストテクノロジーによる大パーツだったりして。
You're not far off. It is a spaceship. The plaque says it was designed by a young architect from Los York. As we climbed the stairs in search of Merenice, we learned from social media that finding the fortune teller was a bit of a treasure hunt. You found him last time. Nobody knew his exact location, and he wasn't always available. The mystery seemed to excite the adventure-loving residents of Los York. This place is like a maze. The stairs wound this way and that, making it easy to lose one's bearings. Once we ascended, figuring out how to return where we started proved a challenge. How did they construct this? The design is mind-boggling.
だね。ピラミッドみたいに複雑な作りしてるね。へえ、素材もなんか変わってるや。
As we navigated the maze, we kept our hands on the railings. The search for Merenice was turning out to be a thrilling expedition, almost like a theme park ride. Exploring these labyrinth ruins with Raul reminded me of our past adventures. With him in all his naked glory, right? Take the stairs in the back. So we're going to take the stairs in the front first. Let's try the front staircase.
俺も賛成。スパイスたっぷりのカレーの匂いがこの階段の上からしてくるからね。
I'm sorry, my first response to him sniffing to that, I'm like, what is he doing?
きっとこの上には刺激的な体験が待ってるよ。
Really, I don't smell any curry, but I do feel like we're heading towards something interesting. Our conversation made us hungry as we ascended the steps one by one. Raul, you choose the next path.
もしかしたらこっち。いや、 こっちかも。
Alright, let's go back up. I just realized that the last episode took 1 whole hour to do a section. And usually I can fit 2 in 1 hour, but not that one. Alright, we're gonna take the stairs in the back. Let's take the stairs in the back.
いいね。あ、その階段ツルツルして滑りそうだから手貸して。
Slippery. Thanks, it seems to be shinier than the others.
きっと磨きすぎちゃったんだね。よっと。
We took it slow, helping each other up each step. Which way should we go next?
もしかしたらこっち。いや、こっちかも。
Did you figure out the layout?
トレジャーハンターとしての勘かな。
Raul laughed and gestured towards the stairs.
さあ、お宝を目指してどんどん登るぞ。
We continued up, treating the staircase like a set of ruins to be explored. After a while, we came across someone who fit the description. Yay! We get to see fortunes. A man sat on a stairwell bench looking up at the sky. Social media had described the fortune teller Merenice as a mysterious man with a distinctive almond-shaped eyes. The man before us fit the bill. Despite his intimidating otherworldly aura, Raul approached him without hesitation.
こんにちは。もしかして君が今話題の占い師だったりする？あなたは？
Why is his background not turquoise? His color is turquoise. Whatever. Raul's greeting seemed to pull the man from his thoughts. He blinked a few times and squinted gently.
ええ。
Oh, there we go.
私が占い師のメレニス・レビンと申します。
Why was it not turquoise before? So confused. Merenice rose elegantly from the bench.
どうも、はじめまして。あなた方はここへ占いに来たのですね。Right?
I almost said that in the last episode. There was the word right in there. I almost did.
はい。俺たちの運命を占ってほしいんです。俺たちいつ結婚できますか？
Do you really want to know? What if he says never? Why would he bring that up so abruptly? Raul's directness took me by surprise, but Merenice merely smiled.
大丈夫ですよ。ここへ来られる方々は皆、こうして求める運命を見にいらしますから。では、お二人の結婚に焦点を当てて、占っていきましょ
う。Yes, please. Merenice produced a donut from a box on the bench. He looked through its hole with a mystical gaze.
お二人の運命は？
俺たちの運命は？
Our destinies are... Raul and I held our breaths as we waited for Merenice to reveal our future. After studying us for a moment through the donut, he finally laid it down.
お二人の運命が見えました。この後、献血をするようです。
That is not what I was expecting.
献血？
Giving blood will lead to our marriage?
もちろん、献血をしてすぐにというわけではありませんが、それが結婚の運命へ至る道です。すべては最初から決まった運命の通りに。Right?
Uh-huh.
へえ、結構簡単なんだね。
Wonder what's going to require them to give blood.
どうでしょう。簡単かどうかはわかりませんが。
What sort of hardship could come from donating blood?
でも、これまで手がかりもなかったし、これで一歩前進だよね。ありがとう、メレニスさん。
I was gonna say, who said it was donating? He said giving blood. It might not be a donation.
実はここでもアドバイスをもらえなかったら名犬パトラッシーの犬の逆襲を取ろうと思ってたんだよね。
Why would you do that? After how bad your last movie was, why would you do that? Your agent would murder you. Seriously.
うん。次こそいい映画撮れれば君と結婚できるようになるかなって思ってさ。
His plans were to surprise me. He said he didn't think he could be a director, so I assumed he had given up, but he was already planning a sequel. And the title, Dog of the Dog Bestrash Strikes Back, suggests Raul would be playing the role of John again. I'm so glad we came to see the fortune teller. I want to see her, tell her fortune. Since we got this tip, the filming of Dog of the Dog Bestrash Strikes Back would at least be delayed for now.
ありがとう、メレニスさん。とりあえずアドバイス通り献血に行ってみるよ。人の役に立つことだし、いいことしてリネットと結婚できたら最高だから。
はい。ぜひ運命という名の流れに身を任せてみてください。
For some reason, I don't think it's going to be that simple. Merenice returned our smiles. We paid him for his service and left.
じゃあ行こっか。
Yes. Our first experience with fortune telling, a recommendation to give blood was unexpected, but perhaps it was a kind of good luck charm. Giving blood and marriage, I wondered how they're connected. Even if the fortune turned out to be incorrect, donating blood was never a bad thing. What does it really mean to donate blood, though? I'd heard about it, but I'd never actually done it. The thought of experiencing it for the first time was somewhat exciting. That is what we were thinking about as we descended from Bethel Tower. That's it. I'm disappointed.
でも献血か。どこでやってるんだろう。
I was expecting something to give it insight into what's going to happen on this route or on Raul's career or some kind of conflict in their marriage, but he's like, nope, you'll just give blood. That'll be a key factor. Once we exited Bethel Tower, we wandered aimlessly looking for a place to donate blood. I believe there are specific spots for blood donations.
そのパターンもあるし、でも大抵は献血カーかな。
Blood drive trucks.
そう、バスみたいな形をしてて、その中で献血ができるんだ。たまにシリウッドのスタジオ近くの道路で見かける気がするよ。でもこういうのって改めて探すと見つからないんだよね。
I wonder if something's going to happen when Cupid donates blood. She's got God blood in her. It's gotta be not the same, right? We continued our search, scanning the streets for any signs of a place to donate blood. After some time, Raul suddenly stopped.
あれ？もしかしてあのエビ印の車、献血カーじゃない？
Why do you make me say it? Dang it. Crusticon? Curious about what kind of car would sport such a logo, I followed Raul's gaze. Sure enough, there it was. Omar Holdings, huh? Omar Holdings puts a bad taste in my mouth. If you guys have seen Shelby's endings, or if you guys have seen Shelby's roots, you know what I'm talking about. Remember he did the Omar Holdings sunscreen? I'm like, why? It resembled a lobster, specifically a Omar lobster. Omar lobster. I think I've seen that logo somewhere before.
あ、わかった。あれ、オマールホールディングスの献血カーだよ。
Is he going to get involved? We already had him involved. I don't want him involved again.
ほら、あそこにちっちゃく書いてある。だからオマールエビが書かれてるんだ。
Omar Holdings, as in the company that built Demore Paradise. Demore Paradise, or Paradise of Love, was a newly constructed artificial island off the coast of Lost York. The rumors claim that if you went on a date there, you'd definitely end up in a relationship.
そうそう、それだよ。俺、君と一緒に行きたいなって思って、この間サイト見てたんだよね。
Don't go, he'll just try to steal her away again. Then how about we donate blood there? Here.
だね。愛の楽園のオマールホールディングスでの献血なら結婚できそうだし。
Sure, why not? We made our way towards the blood drive truck. As we approached, something crossed my mind. Come to think of it, I wonder what my blood type is. God, blood type. I heard that in Japan, they use blood types for personality tests and even check romantic compatibility based on that. I was considering looking into that if I could figure out my own blood type. Actually, did gods even have blood types? I realized that it would be my first time getting my blood drawn. I always avoided it because Clarice had a dislike for it. They say you can get dizzy when you donate blood. I wonder what it feels like.
あれ笑ってるけどどうしたの？
She's excited about being dizzy. No, nothing. It's my first time donating blood, so I'm curious about how it feels.
あ、なるほど。そっちか。一瞬焦っちゃった。痛いの好きなのかと思って。
Yes. Or enjoy the after effect of it. 8. Does donating blood hurt? I mean, they stick. Do you not even know they stick a needle in you?
どうだろう。俺は平気だけど、結構俳優仲間は嫌いな人多いんだよね。チクッとするのが嫌なんだって。でもまあ平気だよ。アマゾン川でピラニアに噛まれるほどじゃないから。
Only Raul would know this. Is that really okay? I hoped it wouldn't hurt too much as I stepped into the blood drive truck. Upon entering, the intriguing decor and expensive equipment grabbed my attention. I immediately put my worries aside. I thought you were going to More Paradise. Whatever, it's fine. Once I finished giving blood, the pain and dizziness hit me harder than I anticipated. It was way more painful than I had expected.
痛かった？
Much more than I thought. They carefully bandaged the spot where the needle had pierced my skin, so I tried to avoid touching it.
ご協力ありがとうございました。そちらのスナックやドリンク、お好きにお持ちくださいね。
Is it Mo Donuts?
それとこちら、モードーナツの引き換えチケットとなります。
Oh, there you go. That's how they get to Mo Donuts. A coupon?
はい、実はすぐお隣のモードーナツさんとタイアップしておりまして、引き換えチケットをお配りしているんです。
The staff member gave us a vibrant, whimsically designed ticket.
モードーナツだ。話題になってたから一度食べてみたかったんだよね。
Mo Donuts was the name of the donut shop that had recently opened on 7th Avenue in Lost York. Its variety of flavors received rave reviews on social media. I wanted to visit it at least once.
じゃあ食べに行く？血を抜いた後はお腹減るしさ。
Increase your blood sugar. Yeah. Oh. The interior of the shop was colorful and charming, and the mouthwatering scent of freshly baked goods wafted through the air.
いらっしゃいませ。ドーナツ焼きたてですよ。召し上がってくださいね。
It's Robin. Not like we'll know that in this one, probably. Look, Rao, they all look so tempting.
はあ、ほんとだ。こんなにたくさん種類があるんだ。悩んじゃうな。
Dang it, I just looked back at my choices and I get a spoiler for the next one. Like, it's a big spoiler, too. I don't know if it's actually going to happen, but we'll see. Anyway.
店員さんはどのドーナツがおすすめですか？
俺ですか？どれもおすすめなんですけど、今はこのプレーンのが出来たてですよ。
Then I'll go with the plain and cinnamon sugar. What about you, Raul?
悩むな。プレーンもいいし、ミント味も食べたいし、チョコ味もいいし、ストロベリー味も気になるし。
Don't give her chocolate. Raul was checking the display case intently, his eyes sparkling. It was clear he wanted to try them all.
悩むよ。ねえ、君はどれがいいと思う？
If you're having such a hard time deciding, why don't we just get some to go? We can finish them later if we need to.
あ、お持ち帰りか。その手もあったよね。
Then you'll have to do like a whole bunch of push-ups and sit-ups to get rid of them all.
でもせっかくならここで食べていきたいんだよね。新鮮なうちにっていうか。
They're at least good for the whole day. I usually get a dozen donuts, like, every couple of weeks, and they're good for at least a day before they get all hard and crusty. Fresh donuts?
そう、揚げたてのってあれ？揚げたても美味しいけど、しばらく経ってからもドーナツって美味しいよね。いやでもお店で食べるとまた違う味に感じられて美味しい気がするんだよね。君とデートみたいな雰囲気になるし。せっかくだし気になってるの全部食べちゃおっと。じゃあ俺はこの4つでお願いします。
We'll just get 4.
かしこまりました。
The staff member chuckled at Raul's serious deliberation. We ordered the donuts along with some coffee and settled down at a table inside the shop. Well, let's eat.
いただきます。
I mouthed that word with him. We each took a generous bite of one of our donuts. Fluffy texture and explosion of flavors overwhelmed our senses, our eyes lit up with delight.
おいしい。やっぱり4つ買って正解だよ。おいしい。
The cinnamon sugar one is amazing. It tastes so sophisticated. I could never get tired of it.
へえ、実はそれも気になってたんだよね。一口もらってもいい？
Go ahead, let me tear off a piece. No, he's gonna bite it off of it.
ありがとう。
So cute and sparkling. They're so adorable. Him in his glasses, staring all lovingly at her. Before I could split it, he eagerly bit into the donut while I was holding it. The moment our cheeks touched, his hair brushed against my skin and my heart leaped. I had the strange sensation of being watched. It's okay, right? We're seated in a corner by the window.
口元にシナモンシュガーがついてるよ。
Hey, Raul.
なーに？
He says that so teasingly. He's just like Gil. Why doesn't he seem bothered? That kind of behavior would be fine at home, but we were in a public place. I know, and he's a movie actor. If any of Raul's fans spotted us, chaos would unfold.
大丈夫。俺たちは本物のカップルだもん。悪いことはしてないよ。
Raul seemed to understand my worry and responded with a calm smile. But your agent might get upset.
俺、怒られるの別に嫌じゃないよ。それに、俺は既成事実をもっと作っちゃいたいな。
I know, I would too. I don't care being scolded. If I got to be affectionate with my partner, I'd be all for it. Raul showed a mischievous grin I hadn't seen in a while. It was reminiscent of the face he made when he played the villain in a spy movie. Raul Aconite was typically sincere, friendly, and cute, but he could cause a lot of trouble too.
それにさ、これがもしかしたら占いの指し示してくれた運命かも。だからもっとちょうだい。
I love it so much. I love all of Gil's teasing whispers too. He's just the same. Another donut or something else? Before I could ask, Raul moved his face closer. Even though we were in public displays of affection were commonplace in Lost York. But Raul's a Sillywood actor. My thoughts were in disarray when Raul finally released me and stuck out his tongue.
ごめん。君が可愛すぎて調子乗りすぎちゃった。外じゃ我慢だよね。
I can't believe he stuck out his tongue at her. Yeah. I was both relieved and disappointed. The moment he pulled away, I realized that I had wanted him to kiss me.
はあ、君ともっと堂々とデートしたいな。早く俺、 すごい俳優にならないと。
Don't worry, you will one day.
うん、そうだよね。それよりほら、俺の方も一口食べてみない？このチョコミント味もすごく美味しいよ。
Oh, maybe just a bite then. I took a bite of the chocolate mint donut from Raul's plate. This is really good.
ねえ、どれも気に入っちゃったし、絶対リピートするよ。俺、もうちょっとおかわりしちゃおっかな。
Making me want some donuts now, dang it. You like them that much?
もちろん。だからテイクアウトして夜も食べようよ。実は君と見たい映画があってさ。
I have a Dunkin' Donuts like right across the street from my house too, so donuts are it's dangerous living across the street from a donut place.
リネットはホラー大丈夫？あまりそっち系は見ないんだけど、白チュームの中にいるような感覚になるってレビューが気になって。
Raul chatted excitedly as we finished our donuts.
でもこの美味しいドーナツに出会えたのが俺たちの運命なのかな。
Nothing much happened at the blood drive, so maybe that's true.
運命か。あ、でもあの占い師さん、俺たちが結婚できないとは言ってなかったよね。
Oh, right. He was right. If marriage wasn't a possibility, Merenice wouldn't have bothered giving us advice after seeing our fortune. Never once suggested that we give up or anything like that.
ってことは俺たちちゃんと結婚できるんだ。よかった。あ、っていうか結婚といえば結婚の神ジュノー様だよね。君は会ったことある？
I don't know whose route it's in. I think it's in Alan's, but she was gone. She ran away. She went to go into the underworld to release Zeus. I'm pretty sure. Hey, Juno. No, I haven't. Why do you ask?
そっか。あ、いや、実は次の神話討論会の議題が恋と神話の関係性に決まったって連絡が来たんだ。だから聞いてみたくて。
Oh. Maybe it was... Actually, I think it was Peter's route. Because in Peter's route, she became Juno after she married him. She took her place.
恋と神話の関係性？
Or she would get Robin's attention.
え？
The romantic YouTuber.
あ、
As I turn, I noticed the staff member from Modon's eyeing us with interest.
もしかしてこの議題に興味ある？
まあ実は。
本当？じゃあぜひ一緒に話そうよ。恋を司る神といえばジュノー神とキューピッドだと思うんだけど、他の神話にも。
And then let's chat. And he's off. I know, right? Following the staff member's comment, Raul launched into a spirited monologue about his favorite topic, mythology. Surprisingly, the staff member was not taken aback, but instead listened with rapt interest.
へえ、恋結びだけじゃなくて別れさせたりもできるなんて面白いな。そこは別々の神にしなかったんだ。
だよね。てか結構君も詳しいね。
実はちょうど今調べてるんだ。別の仕事で使う予定があってさ。
へえ。あ、なら今度参考文献持ってくるよ。それでよければこの店で神話討論会を。
すみません、ドーナツ6つお持ち帰りでお願いしたいんですけど。
あ、やば。ごめん、仕事に戻らなきゃ。これ俺の連絡先。よかったらメールで教えてもらえないかな。
He scribbled down his email and name on a piece of paper. It read Robin Bullet.
すみません、お待たせいたしました。ドーナツ6つですね。箱ですが2つ種類がございまして。
あ、言っちゃった。もっと話したかったな。
Wow, look at the light outside.
あ、ほんとだ。うわー、そっか。ここ人気店だもんね。
He seemed to have time to visit perfectly just before the rush hour. It was already evening, so it seemed like people were lining up on their way home from school or work.
俺もテイクアウト用買おうと思ってたけど、今はタイミング悪そうだね。
Yeah, let's just finish these and head home.
うん、そうだね。また来ればいいし、次来た時にいっぱい話そうっと。ああ、でも人手足りてないみたいだし、あんま仕事中に話しかけちゃダメか。ロビンと仲良くなれるかな。
We continued eating our donuts and chatting. The donuts here are really tasty.
これも美味しい。新しい神話友達ができそうだし、ドーナツも美味しくてお気に入りのお店が増えちゃったし、今日はいい日だな。みんなドーナツに夢中で、俺に気がつかないのも助かるし。
You say that, but someone's gonna recognize you now immediately. I'm glad Raul seems to be in high spirits. After the flop of Dog of the Dog trash, Raul had been quite downcast. That was why seeing him so cheerful now brought me immense joy. Watching Raul devour these donuts brought a smile to my face. He ate all 4 of them? Like, I can't. They're too sweet.
じゃあまた来るね。
The donuts were delicious.
ああ、ありがとう。ゆっくり話せなくてごめんな。
こっちこそ忙しい時にごめんね。次来る時はいい文献持ってくるから。はあ、美味しかった。
As we left the donut shop, we noticed that the blood drive track was also closing up.
ああ、フランスのチームによろしくと伝えてくれ。では、あとは頼んだよ。
Why? Why does he have to be here? Why?
かしこまりました。
The staff all boarded the blood drive track, leaving the person who seemed to be in charge behind.
おや？君たちは？先ほどうちで献血をしてくれた。
With his romantic, seductive music in the background.
え、見てたんですか？
なあ、失礼。私はここの責任者で、カルテを確認した時にお二人を見かけてね。気分を害されたようだったらすまない。
I know who you are.
それより、実は君たちにこれを渡したいと思っていたんだ。
With that, he pulled out a pair of tickets to Demore Paradise. And this is how he gets you into his trap. This is... You had just been talking about wanting to go there.
え、これも献血の特典なんですか？
いや、これは君たちだけに特別に渡したいと思ったものだ。
え？
多くの人に我がダムールパラディを知ってもらいたい。そのためのプレゼントだよ。
He's either after Raul or he's after Lynette. He could be after either since Raul's an actor. He just leaves. He handed us the tickets before driving away in his car.
誰だったんだろう、あの人。
Creep, that's who he is. He mentioned he was in charge of the blood drive truck, but he seems familiar.
え、本当？
For anyone who hasn't watched Shelby's route, I don't like him because of that route. Because all he wants to do is steal his company and steal his wife. I don't think I met him personally, though.
というかあの人、俺がシリウッド俳優だって気づいたからチケットくれたんだよね。
Maybe. Most likely.
まあ、いっか。それより、ダムールパラディだよ。ダムールパラディ。チケットもらえるなんてついてるな。
I'll head up the tickets with sparkling eyes. You really wanted to go there, didn't you?
うん。ほらほら見て。こんなに楽しそうなんだよ。
Raul showed me a post about Demore Paradise on Instagram. God, you're just a little silly with Oishi Mono Love, is that what it says? Asian street food was delicious. Dragon. Night market fruits sold by Demore Paradise that are cute and delicious. There are all kinds of pictures and stories about the delicious food, shows, and events. It was clearly a popular destination. It does seem like a lot of fun.
でしょ？できたってニュース見た時に一番に君とデートで行きたいって思ってたんだよね。仕事とかじゃなくてさ。だから今度2人で行こうよ。
Yes, but it's nearly open and super crowded. Maybe we should wait a bit until it quiets down.
やっぱり？
Oh, you crushed his hopes and dreams. Checking Instagram again, I saw a post about wait times for shows that were hours long. It was packed. Well, if people find out you're there, it could cause a scene. Your agent might yell at you.
だよね。オープンしたての今だからこそ行きたいんだけど、これだけ混んでると騒ぎになったら迷惑かけちゃうもんな。さすがにこの規模を貸し切りにはできないし。でも、君と行きたいから、なんとかバレずに行く方法を考えてみるよ。
This is like problem number 2 that they've come across today with him being an actor, so I can see it leading up to the choice that I saw. Thank you. Let's head home now.
うん、そうだね。
I wanted to go with him too, if that was what he wanted. But a crowded tourist destination was different from a walk in Lost York. Right now, if someone photographed us, we could say that we were on our way to a meeting or a movie shoot. But at a date spot, it would be different. Raul was a Sillywood actor after all. We went for drinks. It had to be a place we visited often. If we had a museum date, we reserved the entire venue. And we had to keep a distance to avoid appearing as a couple while walking home.
家に帰ったら、キスしたいな。
Raul murmured as he looked up at the sky, sounding more lonely than usual. Aw, poor guy. I was wondering if this was going to take the whole hour or not. Muscular donuts. What the heck? I'll probably keep reading it, just because it's too short for one, and if it goes an hour and a half, it's fine, whatever. A few days later. I was heading to McDonald's after finishing work at the office, so I planned to buy some for Raul to take home. I didn't expect Raul to become such a Mo Donut fan. Raul had been visiting almost every day to buy donuts. He's going to do some serious exercising, maybe that's why it says muscular donut. And to balance out his calorie intake, he had started doing more bench presses at home. There you go. Which resulted in him looking even more muscular. I hope he doesn't get too buff. It could affect his modeling. Raul had a photo shoot yesterday. His schedule was packed until late, so I'd probably get home before him. I think the only thing that his build affected was Ryuki's clothing in his last route. With that in mind, I went to Bo Donuts. As I entered, I nearly dropped my bag in shock. There was an unexpected surprise waiting for me. Is it Merenice? Oh.
いらっしゃいませ。
I was not expecting that. You get a CG right off the bat. Oh my goodness. I say that, but yeah, right off the bat in the new section. What is he doing? Are you advertising? Raul?
ああ、いらっしゃい。焼きたてあるよ。
I was in the shop with Robin by his side for some inexplicable reason. They were both big guys, and seeing them stay side by side felt imposing. Honestly, it didn't look like a donut shop. Oh, are they having a meeting? The mere sight of them sparked a catchphrase in my head: eat more donuts to pump up. Wait, no, this isn't that kind of commercial.
どう？エプロン似合ってる？
Do you have an apron? I don't see an apron. You do, but I found myself trailing off. His apron was slightly different from the one Robin wore. He unmistakably looked like a donut shop employee, but it gave off the vibe of a muscle bar instead. What? So, what's going on, Raul? Is this part of your work? Like a cross promotion?
そうそう、仕事だよ。俺、モウドーナツに転職したんだ。
He switched jobs? What the heck? Does Robin know that he's the actor now? I see. So it's just a promo. Wait, you switched jobs?
うん。俳優の仕事はしばらく休業。
Did he just flat out take a break?
実はこの間改めてロビンと神話の話をしたら、定員募集中なのになかなか人が集まらなくて困ってるって言ってたし、楽しそうだからさ。
Judging by the choice, like I thought they were going to talk about it. I didn't think that he was just going to flat up decide.
それにここのドーナツすっごい美味しいから働いてみることにしたんだ。
ラウル、体力あるからかなり助かってるんだ。と、新しいドーナツが揚げ上がったな。ちょいレジ頼んだ。
オーケー。ということでリネット、俺これからはドーナツを売って暮らしていこうと思うんだ。
You're not gonna be able to afford the place you live in, like doing clerk work. But what? Famous Raul Aconite had quit acting for a donut shop. The news spread like wildfire throughout Los York. Oh my goodness. Is he going to be permanently quit though, or is he going to go back by the end of this? Some thought it was just a publicity stunt for an upcoming movie, but it wasn't. Oh my goodness. It's all true. He quit his career for donuts. A muscular donut. Has Raul Aconite, known for his bizarre films, finally lost it? He's made a bold job change from employee Hollywood star to a donut shop employee. So is that how blood was involved? You go and donate blood, you get a coupon for Mo Donuts, and you love the donuts so much that you quit your job to go work there. Now you can get married, right? This topic is all over Instagram. Numerous news articles were speculating wildly, saying things like Raul Aconite going rogue after that movie flop. Thankfully, Raul's workplace remained a secret, keeping his fans away from Mo Donuts. However, I had a hunch it wouldn't stay that way for long, and the shop would need more staff sooner than later. I know, once the paparazzi want something, they get it.
たったいまー。
I heard Raul's voice as the door opened. He was carrying a large box with the Mo Donuts logo.
今日もドーナツ買ってきたんだ。一緒に食べよう。
Yeah, I seriously think that you're gonna have to buy a smaller place if you're going to work at Mo Donuts. Alright, I'll make some coffee then.
ありがとう。俺は先シャワー浴びてきちゃうね。
I'll place the box of donuts on the table and then headed for the shower. What do we have today? Ah, a white chocolate one. Despite the daily donut indulgence, I was far from tired of them thanks to the constantly changing flavors. To offset the calorie feast, Raul and I had initiated a routine of jogging together. While I brewed some coffee, Raul emerged from the shower, drying his hair with a towel.
ふう、お待たせ。じゃあ、食べよっか。
For some reason, I kinda figured he'd be half naked too. Absolutely, yes. Let's. He served the donuts, and we settled in to enjoy them with our freshly brewed coffee. This ritual of sharing donuts felt like a delightful, guilty pleasure.
やっぱ美味しいな。毎日食べても飽きないドーナツなんて、俺初めてだよ。
Really does seem to enjoy them. Seeing him this happy made me believe that everything else was trivial. As long as Raul was happy, everything would work out fine. But not everyone shared that positive outlook. Certain fans and others voiced their disapproval of Raul's new job at the donut shop. Suddenly, Raul's smartphone rang. Manager call. He glanced at the screen, promptly declined the call, and flipped his phone face down. Oh my goodness, he's ghosting her. He managed to catch a quick glimpse of the caller. It was his agent. Is your agent mad?
めちゃくちゃ怒ってる。
Of course she is. Well, of course.
ああ、でもちゃんと入ってた仕事は全部やってるよ。新規のやつはなるべく断ってるだけで。撮影はまだいくつか残ってるけど、ちゃんとドーナツ屋の仕事の合間に行ってるし。だから問題ないはずなんだけどな。こうやってフェードアウトする俳優、結構シリウッドじゃ珍しくないし。
It faded to oblivion. Even so, his agent kept trying to contact him. Raul was too big of an actor to let him quit like this. Let's see. So it's, are you really quitting as an actor? We're going to say, are you going to try mastering donut making? Are you going to try mastering donut making?
ロビンとはすごく馬が合うから、できるだけ力になりたいと思ってるよ。美味しいって喜んでくれるお客さんたちの笑顔を見るのも好きだし、ドーナツを極めるのもいいかなと思うんだけど、どちらかというと俳優という仕事を休んでみて、冷静にこれからの人生の目標をちゃんと決めたいって感じかな。この間占い行ったでしょ。それで俺思ったんだよ。今まで通り無理しない生き方をしようって。
I think I can go back up now. Probably a long time ago, but it's fine. Are you really quitting as an actor? Are you sure about this? You know, quitting your acting and all.
それなんだけどさ、別に今断ってるってだけで、俺辞めるって言ったつもりはないんだよね。
Oh, there you go. He'll probably end up going back. Oh, right. He was right. He said he was suspending his acting, but not that he was fully retiring.
そう。ただ休業中に好きなことやってるだけ。その間に人生の目標についてちゃんと考えようって思ったんだ。この間占い行ったでしょ。それで俺思ったんだよ。今まで通り無理しない生き方をしようって。
He somehow looked serious while he was chomping on a donut. Somehow.
俺はさ、この年になるまで君と出会うまではずっと好き勝手生きてたんだ。好きな時に発掘に行って、好きな時に神話討論して、好きなように演技をしてきた。それで今の俺のやりたいことは、君と一緒に過ごすこと、結婚することなんだ。
Oh, so now he's just going to quit his acting and just go for what he wants most. He's a man of action. Raul.
それなのにいつの間にか俺は俳優らしく振る舞うために自分らしく過ごせなくなってた。俺はいつまでも俺らしくしていたい。そう思ったら別にシリウッド俳優として生きることが全てじゃないって気がついたんだ。何して生きてもいいと思うんだよね。両親みたいに考古学研究者というかトレジャーハンターになってもいいと思うし、子供の頃から俺はそうして生きてきたんだ。インカ帝国の古代遺跡を調べたいって思ったら翌日には行っちゃうような両親のもとで育ったんだよ。でもそれが楽しかった。旅先でいろんな人に出会って遊んで別れてまた新しい出会いがあって、俺にとって 変わっていくのが普通だった。だからこれもいつもの俺だよ。ドーナツ屋で働く俺も俳優の俺もさ。
Raul laughed, asserting he was more than just an actor. He peered through a donut hole, mimicking the fortune teller.
俺の運命は俺だってわからない。でも俺は後悔するような生き方はしたくない。だから好きに生きるって決めたんだ。
No regrets, let's go get married. I see, this isn't the only path he's chosen. Raul's way of life was eye-opening. As Cupid, matchmaking was instinctual, it was all I thought about. But I'm not Cupid anymore, just another human. I could live however I please, just like Raul. Continuing to enjoy matchmaking was fine. I could also satisfy my curiosity to try new jobs that interested me. As Raul finished up a donut, we had a heartfelt moment. He extended his hand to me.
リネット。
He drew me into a hug, pulling me onto his lap. He looked at me in the eye with a content smile. This was his ideal life. That's the impression I got from him.
こうして君と一緒に過ごしてたくさん愛し合っていたい。それが今の俺の一番したいこと。それで神話のことを考えたり好きなドーナツを食べたりしてさ。
It's so funny. He says something so heartfelt and then sparkles. Mythology and favorite donut.
俺はやりたいことをして楽しく生きていけたら最高だなって思ってるんだ。こんな俺、君は嫌？
No, not at all. I want to live as I please too, now that I'm finally human. My days used to be stuck in a rut, each one the same, endlessly shooting my arrows of love. But now I had the freedom to choose my future. Thinking Raul was wasting his life was selfish.
じゃあ一緒にわがままに生きていこうよ。
It's like he read your mind. Raul gently stroked my cheek before leaning in for a kiss. Our kiss tasted of chocolate the entire time. At least it's not chocolate, right? Don't give her chocolate.
おはよう。
ああ、おはようラウル。
After exchanging greetings with Robin, I made my way behind the counter. I'd gotten the hang of working at Mo Donuts. Imitating Robin, I worked on perfecting the role of a donut shop employee. As a result, customers didn't realize that I was Raul Aconite. My disguise was flawless. Flawless for now.
マネージャーも結局なんだかんだで変な騒ぎさえ起こさなければ黙認するって言ってくれたし。
She actually let you? My goodness. It wasn't so much that she was convinced by my dedication, she just eventually gave in. I know, right? That's what I was expecting. Thanks to that, I managed to work this part-time job with my agent's approval. But my contract said I couldn't fully quit acting, so I take on ad modeling gigs sometimes.
でもやっぱり来ないな。ラブシーンなしの映画。
Despite expressing that I didn't want to do romantic films, no other offers came my way. Most of the work I was offered involved romantic movies with intimate scenes.
ドーナツ屋のお客さん役とかなら喜んでやるのにな。
I continued serving customers while thinking about that. I took donut orders, ranked up sales, handed over purchases, and cleaned the shop.
懐かしいな。子供の頃も旅先でこうやって接客したっけ？
Before my acting career, I did this kind of thing. When we were robbed and nearly starved, my parents and I would find work in shops. You were robbed. Goodness. While my parents ventured to excavation sites, I would assist at a local shop.
そういえば、二人とも今どこにいるんだろう。
My parents were archaeologists who traveled the world. Our childhood home was on 9th Avenue. If they were in town, we could have met. However, they often found themselves far from Lost York. That's why I hadn't seen my parents' house in some time. Our contact was rare, mainly because they were often in areas without reception.
でも早くあの子と結婚するってこと2人にも言いたいんだよね。ロサンヨークの近くに来たら一度会いたいって後で連絡入れとこうっと。
As I finished my shift, I planned to send them a message. I wondered how they'd react when I told them I was getting married. They wouldn't be surprised to learn about my job at a donut shop, but their reaction to my engagement was harder to imagine. I had never introduced any girlfriends to them before.
俺に結婚したいほど好きな女の子ができたって聞いたらさすがにびっくりするかな。
On top of that, she used to be Cupid. If I told them that, they'd question her for days. So I decided to keep that our little secret.
俺だけがあの子の秘密を知ってるんだもんな。
It made me feel a swell of pride and a warm and ticklish feeling. I found myself smiling.
ん？どうしたラウル？なんか嬉しそうな顔してるけど。
なんでもないよ。
Her secret wasn't something I could share, even with Robin, who had become a close friend.
そういや、この間貸したやつ読んだ？
読んだ。ありがとう、わかりやすかったよ。恋愛に関する神話が世界中にあれだけあるなんて知らなかったから勉強になったよ。
本当？よかった。あれ読みやすいからちょうどいいと思って。もしさらに突っ込んだ文献が必要だったらまだまだ持ってくるから言ってね。ラテン語やギリシャ語の文献もあるよ。
ラウル、英語以外も読めるタイプ？
まあね、子供の頃世界中を旅してたから読み書きより話す方が得意だけど大体の国の言語はわかるよ。
へえ、それはすごいな。なんかもったいない気がするな。ドーナツ屋の店員にさせとくのは。
I know, like, if I could speak multiple languages, I would be working at some kind of international place where I could translate English, translate into English. Not really be a translator, but like work at something. I'm gonna go big here for a second. Work at somewhere like Square Enix where English and Japanese would benefit me. Because people, like, I saw some, whenever I was looking for jobs and stuff for video game companies, like even like the small ones, they're like, you know, if you know multiple languages, it's a bonus. So being bilingual definitely gets you some bonuses.
そんなことないよ。こんな美味しいドーナツ屋めったにないからね。光栄だよ。
Only true artisans can craft such delicious donuts. I could never replicate them. The thought of combining chocolate and mint would have never crossed my mind. Cuisine truly is an art.
俺にもこういう特技があればもっと将来に悩まなくて済むんだけどな。
Says the bilingual pink ration expert. My first directed movie was a disaster, which shook my confidence in my creativity.
掲載員くんとかもすごいよな。洋服のデザインができるんだもんね。ギルも文章を書けるし。
Okay, if he's questioning creativity, that's a different thing.
シェルビーも会社作れるし。アランは枕をおすすめするのが得意だし。俺も頑張らないと。
I can't believe he's compared himself to everyone, including Alan, who recommends pillows. With renewed determination, I returned to my tasks.
店員さん、すみません。これください。
I'm sure this person's gonna recognize him.
はーい、ただいま。よしよし、バレてないや。
Not yet, we just had to say something. Nobody was spreading rumors about Raul the actor working here. I managed to get through another day without anyone discovering my secret identity as Raul Aconite. It's only a matter of time. 3 days later, Raul and I went on our routine morning jog. We never missed a day ever since Raul grew concerned about the weight he was gaining from donuts.
楽しいね。
Raul, wait up. Struggled to match Raul's brisk pace. Despite his complaints about weight, Raul was muscular and fit already. He had boundless energy. After all, he was an action movie star.
ほらほら、おいでよ。
Raul, can you go on ahead?
やだよ。俺ならこうして走ってるから、一緒に走ろうよ。
I began running in circles around me, laughing. I felt like a plaything to a large, energetic dog. Oh, Raul.
楽しいね。
If you keep calling him by his name, someone's gonna recognize him. We continued our jog in the park when suddenly Raul stopped.
うん？
Raul pulled his phone from his pocket, looking surprised.
は？
What's wrong?
あ、うん。両親からの連絡だったんだけど、ロサンヨークに帰ってくるんだって。
We get to meet parents. Your parents.
うん。最近どうしてるってこの間メッセージを送ったんだよね。ずっと遺跡発掘の旅に出てたんだけど、ロサンヨークに久しぶりに帰ってくるみたい。俺も5年ぐらい会ってないんだ。
That's a long time. What? For 5 years?
うん。大規模な発掘調査隊の一員に入ってたからね。へえ、あれ終わったんだ。
So they left while you were still a minor? This is what, that put you at 16? Raul replied with a smile. Raul's parents were highly experienced archaeologists. I wonder what they were like. Did I get a chance to meet them?
うん？
Raul looked up from his phone, having sent his reply.
どうしたの？
Nothing. I was just thinking about what your parents might be like.
どんなか。二人とも落ち込まないし、いつも上機嫌かな。
So maybe they're a lot like you, Raul.
どうだろう。確かに俺と同じぐらい発掘が好きだけど。あ、でも俺が一番強かったよ。ワニもサメも父さんはビビって逃げちゃって、いつも俺が倒してたよ。
And you wrestle them. I think most people would run away instead of fighting.
だって逃げた方が襲われそうなポジションにいたからさ。それに母さんもそういうタイプだったから。
She wrestles sharks. Your mother fights alligators too.
うん。
Oh my
母
goodness,
さ
this
ん猛
music.
獣と戦うの得意でさ。前に視線だけでクマを追い払ったことあるよ。
Every single time. Just by staring?
ね、すごいでしょ。俺よりもパワフルで度胸があって強くて、それで人懐っこいんだ。父さんは言語を専攻しているから、どこでもどんな民族とでも話せてさ。子供の時すごく頼もしいって思ってたよ。
I'm like, I'm not even listening to what they're saying anymore. I'm just wondering if the music's going to change. He smiled broadly as he reminisced about his parents. A mother who was fearless around alligators, sharks, or bears, and a father who was a linguistics expert despite his shyness. It seemed that Raul had inherited much from both of them.
あ、返事来た。新しい仮面発掘したって。どこで見つけたんだろう。
Raul showed me a photo of an ancient currency and tiles clearly dug up from some historical site. He was examining them with joy, but suddenly Raul looked away.
でさ、両親が久々に俺の顔を見たいって言ってるんだけど。
I want to introduce you.
リネット、一緒に俺の実家行かない？
Raul's cheeks flushed as he gazed at me. It was unusual for him to seem so self-conscious. Are you sure?
うん。だって、君を両親に紹介したいから。せっかく世界を飛び回ってる両親が珍しく帰ってくるみたいだし、俺が好きな子だって紹介したいんだ。
Raul observed me, gauging my reaction. Of course, I answered yes. Thank you, Raul. I'd like to meet your parents too.
本当？よかった。じゃあ一緒に行こう。俺の実家にさ。
Yay! That wasn't too long. Surrounded by memories. I'm glad I added it. Even though it gave us another CG, we probably won't get one for like 2 more sections, but it's fine, whatever. So, Raul has quit acting and has taken up a donut shop. That's interesting. I didn't know if he would actually quit acting, but I mean, this allows him to get married now, right? He should get married and then he can go back to acting and be like, well, I did it while I wasn't acting, so it doesn't really matter. I'm liking this one a lot better than the original route. He's a lot less obsessive parasite compulsive, so it doesn't show up too often, and when it does, it's manageable. So he doesn't just go off on a tangent. And I mean, in the park, I kind of spaced out because I was too distracted by the music changes. But other than that, like, it hasn't been boring. So I'm enjoying it so far. If you guys did like, drop a thumbs up down below and or subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.